Okay, so now that we've shot some green footage, let's take a look at what we got here. There we are. Let's see here. Audio working. This is me in our Godzilla shot, right? I'm massive. I'm terrorizing the city. First thing to remember about editing green footage: the green shot or green footage goes to layer 2. That pen sucks. Always layer 2 with that green footage. Okay? It's just like split screens. You want to work top down. Okay? So let's take this footage of me, throw that on layer 2. Boom. Let's take our shot of San Francisco, wherever it is. There it is. Throw that down on layer 1. Okay, so right now, can't see layer 1, it's blocked by layer 2. We need to tell the computer, you know what, I want all this green gone, please. Okay, the effect we're looking for is called chroma key. Chroma key. Remember, you can search for your effects. If you just type in CHR, or just, CHR will come up, so CHR. There it is, chroma key. Let's take that. Drop it on layer 2 on the green footage. Okay, right? Green footage goes on layer 2. Apply the effect to the green footage. Right? There's no sense in keying this out. That's not going to help. Okay, nothing has changed yet. Just like with our split screens. So we have to do one final step, and that's go to the effect controls for that clip. There it is. You see chroma key, and it's asking me what color do you want to delete. Okay, right now it's trying to delete white. There's really no white in that footage. We have to tell it to delete green. Because you could have a green screen be any color. You could have an orange screen, a red screen, a purple blue screen. The reason we use green is because, right, video is made up of red, green, and blue pixels. And green is the opposite color of red. And human skin tone is captured on the red channel of cameras and TVs and things like that. So we made it green so that our skin would stay. So we need to tell it to get rid of green. We're going to use the little eyedropper tool just like we did with our color effects back in the day. So let's click that. Come over here. You see whatever color I hover over, it goes in that little box. I'm not going to choose the darkest value of green or the lightest value of green. I want to choose kind of a nice middle ground green. You can see already it started to delete some pixels, right? Some little pin marks because our similarity is at 0%. So if we click and drag on similarity to raise that value up, come on, there we go, right? The green is going to start to delete. I need to just find that perfect value where the green is gone, but I say if I go too high, see there I go, if I go up to 100%, it deletes everything because it's 100%, right? So you got to find that value right in the middle where it looks good, that it's deleted the green, but not your subject. Okay, so now I'm a giant stomping and thrashing on San Francisco, breaking buildings and whatever. Okay, so pretty simple effect. Let's do another one. Same thing. Okay, next piece of footage. Let's see here, green screen. Here we are, flying through the sky, in, out, layer 2. Right, always layer 2. Grab our clouds, throw those underneath. Okay, chroma key always goes in the green layer. What color do I want to delete? A nice mid value of green. Pull the similarity up. There we go. Don't go too high. Don't go too low. Right? Find that nice middle ground where it's going to look good. Okay, and now I'm flying through the sky. Okay, and you can do it like we said, like the music video, right? So let's take this book. Let me scale this to frame size. There we go. Right, open the page, screen. So I can chroma key it, get rid of this green page. It's just black because there's nothing underneath it on 1. So now whatever I put on 1, like if I put the clouds down there, Then you open the book, and there's clouds in the book. Or I can put the shot of a classroom inside the book, okay? Or I could put video back there. I could take some shots of this and put it back there, right? So now inside the book is moving video. Right? There I am rolling around on the ground inside the book, like a worm. Right? And like I said, you can change the scale of things really easily with green screen, right? Here I am as a giant. Let's take that same footage, but put a classroom desk underneath it, right? And then shrink myself down, and now I'm a tiny little person standing on a desk, right? Angel or devil on the shoulder, or a little fairy, or I don't know, whatever it is, up to you. Okay, so it's really easy to make adjustments. So one thing you'll notice is in this shot, I kind of shot it intentionally bad, leaving just a little bit of the lights in the scene. If you have an issue with things on the edge of your frame coming into play, 4-point garbage mat, right? We learned about that last week. Use your 4-point garbage mat, drag that sucker on, come on down, just like they just say, you know what, we don't need those lights. Let's just bring those out. Just delete those. There we go. Now we got a nice clean key. All right, and it all looks beautiful. Okay. So this key here is pretty good with me flying, but it could be a lot better, right? If I actually moved across the screen, right? So you can animate things in Premiere very easily as well, and that's the other part of what I want to do today is I want to work on animating some things. So you can kind of create like a separate heading called animation. It's a 5-step process for animation, okay? The first step, real simple, 1 for animation, is just go to the starting of the animation. Where do you want it to start from? I want it to start from the beginning of the shot. So I move my timeline so that I'm looking at the beginning of the shot. I'm at 16:22 right there. So step 1, go to the start time. Go to start time. This is where I want my animation to start. Step 2 is move your footage to its starting point. Starting point. So what I mean by that is I want him to slide from the right to the left. So I'm going to move him to where I want him to start from. I want him to start from right over here. So that's where I move him to. That's where I'm going to start from. Okay? Simple enough so far. Step 3 is to toggle the animation. We're basically going to set some keyframes. We need to tell Premiere, hey, I want you to remember what I do. So every clip has already applied to it this motion. When you go to Effect Controls, motion will be there for every single clip already. It doesn't matter which one I go to, you see motion is always the #1 option up there. And motion is, inside it has position, scale, rotation. And that position is just an X and Y value. You see when I move my guy around, those numbers change, right? It's just an X and Y value. And there's this little stopwatch right next to the word position, and when I hover my mouse over it, it says toggle animation, this little icon right here. So by clicking that, I'm telling Premiere, hey, remember what we do here. Okay, record it so that we can save it for later. So what I've done by clicking that button is I've told Premiere, hey, at 16:22, make sure that this guy is all the way over here. Okay? All right, next part, step 4, is go to the end time. Okay? I want him, so I'm going to go to the end of the clip with my timer. So now I'm at 19:06. The last step is move footage to ending point. And I just grab him. Where do I want him to end up? I want him to end up over there. And now when we watch it, right? Perfect, right? So it's pretty simple. So we can do that with anything, not just position. You can animate scale. You can animate rotation. You can animate color effects. You can animate pretty much anything. You see that almost every value here has a little stopwatch associated with it. Okay? So if I want to animate the scale, if I want him to start small and get big, I just repeat the process. Go to the beginning time, make him small, so that's scale. Let's make him small, real small. Hit toggle animation, go to the ending time, make him really big, and then play it. See? So now he starts out really small and gets bigger as he flies. We could do it with rotation too. So let's start with him kind of rotated this way. Click the rotation animation button, go to the end, flip him around. There we go, and now we have this. Woo! Okay, so now things are getting real crazy. You know, let's move him down a little bit so he kind of goes in a semicircle. There we go, yeah. Awesome, now things are happening, okay? And you can do all sorts of crazy stuff with animation. Like I've seen people make just still pictures of dinosaurs come down and eat people. You know, you can have flaming basketballs fly through, whatever, right? Whenever you see the animations out on the front sign that DBTV makes, they're pretty much just using keyframes to animate pieces around. You can animate text, you can animate still photos, you can animate video, you can animate green screen. Premiere does not discriminate, right? It'll apply these keyframes anywhere you want to apply them as long as it's got those stopwatch buttons. Okay, so in combination with green screen animation, you can pretty much make anything happen, right? You can just, at this point, like, our imagination is the limiting factor, okay? So things have gotten a lot crazier. Green screen really is all about what can you conceive of, and then we can probably make it happen within reason, okay? So the shooting of it is really easy. It's the thinking of the idea, and then the editing is a little bit tricky, but you guys will get, stick simple with it, and it's really not that hard. And you've got me and Luis and Michaela who have all keyed many, many things to help you out. So what we're going to do today is we're going to shoot 3 shots. 3 scenes, I should say. Each scene consists of a plate in green, right? So you might need to get 6 shots. And we're going to have each person edit those 3 shots. So there's going to be, on a timeline, right, it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, edited by Jimmy. And then pretty much the same 3 things. 1, 2, 3, edited by Jenny. 1, 2, 3, edited by Sally. Okay? So that way everyone gets a chance on the editing process, because the shooting process is not difficult. And we're going to shoot 3 shots. The first one is just a simple green wall shot, right? So do something on the wall, and then put a plate on it, right? Just like this. Make yourself look tiny, make yourself look giant. Do angel and devil on the shoulder, whatever you want to do. Really something simple. The other great thing you can do on green screen that you can't really do any other way is now that I'm on my own layer, I'm isolated, right? So I can apply effects to me that won't affect anything else. Like I can make myself black and white, but the world will stay in color. Or I can make myself all like pixelated, but the world will stay normal, even though I'm like an 8-bit monster or something, right? So that's another great thing that green screen can do, okay? So we need 1 shot like that, where we're shooting on the green wall, putting a plate behind it, simple basic starter route, okay? Second shot is again on the green wall, but we're gonna animate it, okay? Just like me flying around. Okay, so think of something where you want to have that person or object, if you want to shoot an object on the green wall, and you want to have that object fly around or float or grow or spin or something to that effect, right? That's what the second shot is. Okay, we're going to shoot something on the green wall, and then we're going to use our animation skills on it. And the third shot, just like this one, is going to be using green paper. Okay, I've got a whole bunch of green paper right over here under the window. It's been cut up and used by the other 3 periods because you guys are the last people to do this. But there's still plenty here. Okay, there's some scissors over here. People have done like live ID cards. People have done ones where they cut it out and taped it into someone's glasses. Open your jacket and you've got green in there and your chest is on fire or something. Or you can give yourself abs. Right? You find a picture of an 8-pack on Google, and there you go. So those are the 3 shots that we need to shoot today. And if we get some of them edited, more power to us, but really our goal is to edit them tomorrow. Because like I said, each person is gonna edit these 3 shots and then put a title, these are edited by Jimmy. And then Sally's gonna get on the computer, basically use the same footage to replicate the effects. That way I know that each of you have practiced doing green screen, because in our music videos, remember, you have to use either green screen or split screen. So hopefully you put these skills to use. This is just your practice, so you get 10 points for attempting it. As long as you attempt it, you get 10 points. As long as you get all your 3 shots edited by next class, then you get your points. If I don't see you editing, or you fail to, your stuff's just not there on the timeline, no points for you. Okay, it doesn't matter how good or bad it is, because this is practice. In the music video, it's got to be good. Here's where it's practice. So ask questions of me, ask questions of Luis and Michaela, and we can help you out. So what we'll do first off, obviously, get into our music video groups, storyboard your shots out. Plenty of white paper up here to storyboard those 3 shots. When you got your storyboard, you can come get a camera. Okay, ready, set, go.